Hello guys, MikuChibi here, welcome back to Moonlit Factor, and today we're gonna have a look at the newest banner that got released, the Moonlit 9 Planet of Demon Order. We can see is the 5-step banner. Has been a while since we had gotten a 5-step banner. Short about it, you can see step 1, 3% off, step 2, step 4, nothing special, step 3, a guaranteed random 4-star, not guaranteed one of the featured, and then step 5, that is where you are guaranteed one of these 4 featured here, Sachi, Kirito, Asuna, and Koharu. You can also see that Sachi, Kirito will have the full burst skill, and then Asuna link skill, and then Koharu the chain skill. And of course you also have the drop rate increase here, the 6%, with it is nothing, like it is still the same. 4%, 6%, 8% is still the same. The duration of this banner is till the 31st of August, so roughly 3 to 4 weeks on you to decide if you want to summon on this one or not. And if we want to talk about the skill, if we're gonna take a look at it, first one, we have the Racing Firewheel Kirito. It's a full burst sword with /earth element. When it comes to earth, sword isn't really that popular when it comes to earth or the content we have. Yeah, not best. Earth content isn't the best. Like we don't have that many boss like weekly / earth. Even if we do, it's like no one wants to farm it because Earth is like kind of weird spot, especially during the mod era. That was kind of questionable. So Earth element on sword is kind of meh. They are strong for sure if you want to focus on that, but when you want to use it for content, yeah, there aren't that many. Mostly when we have to use / and Earth, that is mostly during GOG. So yeah, that is the only option. I mean, I will talk more about it, but let's continue with the skill here. For activation, for the full burst, we have to do Earth / Earth and Holy, but if you limit break it to +10, you remove this sequence, or only need to do Earth / Earth, so it should be easier to activate. 30-second cooldown, 36 switch gate, and 74 breakage. Don't like it. Please make it over 100, Bandai. It is pretty bad. For the multiplier, 5600%, good, and the bonus, pretty much the same here, really good. Your own attack increased by defense ×2, so the more defense you have, the more attack you receive. And earth element damage increased by 0.5 of the non-poison stack when the player is afflicted with poison status element. This is pretty good for those that knows how to play around poison. If you don't know and you don't have the capacity to counter the ticket damage, then you can just ignore this one. Like this is like for specific player that can utilize it. If you're not one of them, you can pretty much ignore this one. Like it's a pretty nice bonus if you know how to play it. You can also ignore it if you want to. And damage down to enemy with slashing plus 100% when equipping no AG skill in the same set. Should be really easy. AG does have the main skill of core, pretty nice. And also we have this additional buff here, the while full burst state, Runes Earth 4 buff, Earth element damage 75% for 20 seconds. Going to be really useful, especially if you are running a Earth Sword DPS set. This is gonna be a real nice buff to have. 20-second duration for 75%, not bad. So yeah, this is not bad. Gonna be really good for any /Earth content, especially if you're running a Sword DPS set. And also, if you did pull on US Birth banner and managed to get her both future birth skill, but you didn't manage to get the full burst one, then you have a chance to get this one. They are pretty much the same. The only difference is that this one has this buff here, meanwhile the other one doesn't have that. Next skill, we have the Fox Bear Under the Moon Asuna. It's gonna be our Link Rapier skill, Wind Viper skill animation, Frost and Wind, 4-second cooldown, 42 switch gate, 28 breakage. Very small, and which is a little bit higher here, especially on switch gate. 2500% damage, 60 single target. It has Wind Force 4 and also Enhanced Frost 2. Wind element damage 3% for 50 seconds, and damage down to enemy with the frost 20% for 20 seconds. Not bad, very nice buff here. And if you're running in an Axel DPS set for Link, Axel skill activated, Frost boost 3, add the buff with Frost element weakness damage 1% per stack, 3 stack for 20 seconds. Very nice if you know how to play around stack. And for Link effect, you are getting 3% when you activate a Link skill, and then 3% wind element damage. So in total it's gonna be 100% wind element damage. While the buff raises your own damage intake and effect, attack power will increase by 1%. So if you pick 10, you pretty much have this one pretty easy. And when we reach level 250, damage on the enemy with the frost 3%, so more damage on this skill. So DPS Link skill with pretty nice Link effect. But keep in mind, this Link effect only affects the Link skill, no other skill, no chain or other stuff. It's only for the Link skill. And next one we have Demon Knight Parade Koharu, gonna be a chain dagger. Nothing more to say about it other than chain is pretty good, and if you're running a earth dagger set, having this Koharu gonna be really nice here. You have earth shape skill animation, instinct. I don't really remember what animation that is. Hopefully it's something good. Let me know in the comment. 40 switch gate and 31 breakage. Which this one's a little bit higher, especially on switch gate. It do provide earth pile buff, so pretty good there. 3 stack and 9 stack on switch. And for the effect here, 50% earth damage when using earth skill, and then a flat one attack while the bot to raise earth damage in the effect. So going to be real nice in the earth DPS set. But if you don't have a chain on dagger but you're running on other element, this is fine to have. This is pretty nice to use. And last one is Sachi, Shrine of Phantom Sachi. Enhanced HP Phantom, hold the front. Okay. Enhanced HP 4, max HP increased by 15%. Okay. Not really interested about that part. Phantom 3, when equipped 3 or more crit skill in the same set, attack plus 20%. Okay, and hold the front for recover a max 5% HP plus 200 flat HP per 3 seconds when HP is under 3%. Okay, this passive, especially if you don't have a full burst passive in your set, it can be really nice if you want to activate another full burst or a burst in your set. But the effect, it's kind of questionable. Like, we do have like many good options, many better options. If we take a look on the full burst passive that we have. So the other option you can use, for example, this one. This is probably one of the best engrave I have used. Like, this is kind of flexible. It's an engrave at the same time a full burst, which means you have all option to equip. You don't really need to equip, for example, if you have this one, for example. I did pull over this one, but I haven't used this one because I am using this allies here, so it can be a bit better. It do provide attack percent, just like seen on here, is that you need multiple allies to able to mash it up, but at the same time it's an engrave, so it's pretty nice. Our option, if you need power 3, can be really nice. Then we also have this Kirito for axe base build, so we have many other options that can be better for your set. Meanwhile, this Sachi is like a nice additional if you don't have anything better. It's decent. I just don't really like the HP. Max HP doesn't do too much. I mean, you get already HP or high HP when you're getting a higher gear, so the max HP doesn't really matter too much. The attack is very nice, but it do require 3 critical skill, which is like, really? Really, Bandai? Do you really need 3 critical skill? And when you run into 3 critical skill, that means you are running sword, and the better full burst passive is probably using this one. It also gives you attack, but the number of Alifa, and Alifa do have many good skills, so do you prefer using Sachi or Kirito that gives also a flat attack and also HP recovery? So Sachi is decent, I would say. It can be really nice if you don't have any full burst passive, but if you have something better, then Sachi is like meh, right? So overall, I would say Kirito good, Asuna gonna be really good in a Link DPS set, of course, and then Koharu, nice support, and Sachi, a decent passive to get if you don't have a full burst passive. And Koharu will be the sword skill with high damage multiplier after rune breaking. Wow. Really? Not really worth it. Do not waste your neither on or support skill. When it comes to the chain skill, you don't really need to limb break the chain. They provide the chain effect and the buff they can do on the skill effect. So do not limb break it unless you're pretty much rich and have a fair niders, then I guess that's fine. Otherwise, you don't really need to do that. And also, kind of weird that Kirito doesn't get the increased multiplier. Interesting. The drop rate, not best of course. I mean, it's pretty high for the future, but if you look at set 3, you'll see when you go to guaranteed 1, you will have 5.41, but if you add them all together, you will have 22% chance to hit one of the featured, or 78% chance, which is pretty high. And then on step 5, you will have, of course, 1% guaranteed. Use that. If you were looking for Kirito, you will have 25% chance to get that. Oh wow, the list was long. Okay, where is it? There. 25% chance to get Kirito if you're looking for that, or Asuna, or Koharu, or maybe you all want for, then 100%. So, The question is this banner worth some money? I don't think it's worth it. Unless you are like a specific player that focuses on specific element. For example, do you focus on earth element for dagger and sword? Then yeah, maybe. Like when it comes to slash earth, right now we do have a new boss that is way to slash earth, which is the Chaos Showdown. Let's see if Power added it. Yeah, this one, the Bloody Eye slash earth. That is endgame content, and not that many player is endgame, especially new players or those are mid-game players. You will never reach here, and when you reach there, you will need specific build to be able to beat this. So when it comes to this Kirito, I hope that you have high investment on that element on sword. If not, then do not summon. Like you don't really need it, especially when we don't have that many content in Pokemon Slash Earth. Labyrinth, if you're farming for Gale, the Eric Elementor slash Nerf. You can pretty much use SPS if you want to, or non-element Koharu. It works pretty well, so you don't really need to get that Kirito if you want to. So there are many other options to use instead of that specific Kirito, even though that Kirito is pretty good. Compared to the other ones, is one of stronger for sure. It's better than Yui, but Yui and that Kirito pretty much the same, so nothing changed that much. If you have this Yui, then you don't really need to get this Kirito. If you have this Lifa, you don't really need that Kirito as well. You can use this Yui or even this Alice as supporting your Lifa. Or if you have this one on Dagger, then you don't really need for Sword. So it really depends what you have, but at the same time, Earth Element is kind of niche to use. So if you have already SPS or any of the SPS version for Sword or MR Yuki, or you have non-element Koharu or Earth Dagger, or if you have the other Earth Burst or Full Burst, then you can pretty much skip this one. You don't really need it. And when it comes to content, when you can use it, Gale, that's fine, but Machina Gale doesn't change too much. Then for Chaos Showdown, well, if you're an endgame player, if you plan to farm this one, then you definitely really want that Kirito. Otherwise, if you look into the other ones that we have, well, that will be this one, the last number, which is kind of annoying farm. And not with that, you can now parry on 215. And currently, this rotation is this one right now, which is with the Slash and Water, and a lot of people gonna farm this one. So, do you really want to focus on Earth Element? Really? It's better to focus on this one, Slash Water, because there are many other options. Underground is weak to Slash and Water. GOG, sometimes you're gonna be Slings and Water. And also for Labyrinth, we do have for Rex Weapon as well, Slash and Water. So, it really depends. If you are into Slash and Earth for Sword, then sure pull. Otherwise, you don't really need it. And then same go for Asuna. If you are into Link DPS, then you want to get Asuna. Otherwise, you can pretty much skip. You can pretty much wait when they release a Link banner. This one gonna be featured. Maybe not the first one, maybe on the next one. We see though. And then Koharu, a 9 chain skill. But I don't think it's worth it to pull. Unless you're pulling for the auto skill, then I guess that's fine. You can get Koharu. Otherwise, I will be waiting when they release a chain banner. Then hopefully they'll add the Koharu in that. Then we're gonna summon that banner. And lastly, Sachi. If you already have a full passive, you don't really need this Sachi. Very much. She's a little bit weaker. There are many other options, so that's like, yeah, you don't really need it. So overall, I don't think this banner worth to summon on, especially with the content where you can use them and stuff. So my recommendation: do not summon, especially if you're a new player and stuff. Just keep saving your con gems. And we do have many other banners that's coming soon. We have the grab bag, maybe that's one you want to summon on. Or we also had a festival banner, which is kind of surprising. There is some skill that actually really good there, so maybe you want to save for that. Try your luck there. We'll see. I will talk more about those banners in the future when they are yet released. But for now, for this banner, I will just skip this one. And also, we still haven't gotten the Echoing Aincrad banner yet. We're still waiting for that. And also, we're pretty close to Kirito's birthday. So if you're maining Sword, maybe it's better to wait for his birthday. Maybe gonna be much better. Maybe get a new SPS. You know, that is my recommendation. In the end, it's up to you. You decide. It really depends what you have or need. If you really want skill, then you can pull. I'm not gonna stop you. But if you just want my opinion and my recommendation, that will be skip this one. Save your account gems for future banner. If you have no question, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care now and bye bye.